And so I crept down into the cellar and I lit a candle. And there I began reading books that I had gotten from the neighbors, who were friends of my father. But you see, my father did not want any other book besides the Bible in the house. But I brought in books on history and literature and botany and geology. And I also began making inventions. Well, I made a thermometer that we attached to the barn door that could measure the change of temperature when a man walked within 3 feet of it. And another was a clock attached to the side that we put up in the burrow tree so that we could see the time of day and when our work was to be done. But I think my favorite machine, well, I called it my early rising machine. And this was a clock that was attached to weights that was attached to my bed. And at the given hour would lift up the bed, deposit me on the ground, push out a book, light a candle, and begin turning pages in 1-minute intervals. After 15 minutes, it would close the book and push out another. Now that I figured was good Scottish efficiency. But my father thought it was a terrible waste of time and said, you should read the Bible.
Hi, my name is Sue Drown. I'm president of Prescott Audobon, and I was so happy to see this John Muir presentation because when I came to Prescott 8 years ago, everyone told me about it, how great it was, and I never had a chance to see it. And Professor Hulmes just sort of hasn't been doing it here for a while, so I am personally really happy that I finally got to see it. And I'm so glad we could share it with everybody here. We had a great crowd, and so I'm pretty excited.
So, how did you feel about this performance?
Well, I'm always self-critical. I think I did well. I think I got across a lot of the ideas that I hoped to, and I felt John Muir, his presence was with me, so I always kind of defer to him, saying I can't do this without you. Just because I have great respect for his life and his stories, and when I do John Muir, I'm doing it to share what I feel are some a form of wisdom that America needs now more than ever. And John Muir, in my mind, is one of the few people in American history who really questioned the idea that land's highest value is economic. And John Muir believed that there was a higher reason for us to appreciate the world, and that's where his spirituality comes in. And I think that bridging between science and religion is something that rarely happens in Western culture. And he's one of the few people who stand out who's able to engage and learn more and more about science, and it just does it elevates his understanding of the natural world in a way that is almost spiritually profound, and seeing the connections that most people don't see. And so to me, that's the way I feel too, is the more I learn about science, the more amazing this world and universe becomes. And to me, that's having respect for that profound understanding is something that is almost a religious or spiritual belief that we are connected, that is so important for us to have. And what message? I think that's the message that I feel is important to get across, is that we're part of nature and we're part of something that's much bigger than us, and we need to be humble about that and realize that with all the knowledge and science and technology that we have, we still need to realize that it's bigger than we can understand and bigger than we can control.
The horror was that the deeper I was immersed in the invisible poison, the less capable I was to take willing measures to escape from it. And so I find the vast majority of humanity so immersed in your silly jobs of town building and job getting and studying the spirits in heaven that you cannot see the heaven that God has created all around us in nature. And so I want to yell to you, get in the bucket, get in and hold on, for less able to rouse ourselves, our forests and our national parks will be plundered from every degree, from presidents to senators, from city supervisors to dam builders, all justifying their greed and plundering as the utilization of natural resources.